Welcome back, welcome back. We are here on our country tour in Placencia at at Playa de Coco. And we have been joined by, I'm so excited. We have been joined by the owner of Ikuma, Miss Jolly Pollard. And she also brought one of her first models, her first clients. You did a lot of experiments on Miss Esther Westby. So thank you so much, ladies, for joining us this morning. I think when we think Ikuma, we definitely think Seaweed, of course, and we think Placencia, because you've been able to really market your product based on home, and location is extremely important to you. But for those of you at home who might not know, which I don't know who doesn't, but who might not know, what is Ikuma and what was the sole purpose of utilizing seaweed as its foundational element?
Okay, so this story goes back to swimming. So I, with much intention, I came on the show today in my swimsuit. I'm barefoot. Yes. Because I'm so excited to be doing the show from home base, because I never get this opportunity. So I'm really happy to meet you guys here in Placencia. And so what happened was I was swimming every day, mostly doing open water swimming, challenging myself to swim about a mile, freestyle swimming, and just taught myself. I would go on YouTube, watch these swim videos, and then go back into the water and try and mimic the strokes that I saw. And I noticed that my hair was getting damaged, right? So we have a lot of sun exposure, salt. So when you're swimming, you normally wear a swim cap, but water still gets in the hair. And I love being in the water, and I love feeling the water over my body, because the hair gets in your face. When you're doing your strokes, your hair gets into you, and it blocks your goggles. And so then, when I would finish my swim, I would always take off the swim cap and just feel the water through my hair, because I love that feeling. I've never been that person. Hair wasn't. It was something that it was just happened to be another thing in my life, but it wasn't. And so then, I realized, you know what? We need to take care of this thing. And I couldn't find any products in the village that worked right for me. And I would look at the ingredients, and I noticed, there were a lot of harsh chemicals. And some products, maybe they work for a while, and then you would dry out your hair, and that's how you would know they're not good quality. And so I just started this mission to create something that would work, and I knew what problems I wanted to solve for myself. So I was looking at sun exposure, I was looking at salt water, I was looking at humidity. Okay, I want my hair to feel soft, I want it to be moisturized, but I would also like the structure of my hair pattern to stay intact. So let's say we style our hair after a swim in the morning, and maybe later in the evening we have a dinner party to go to. We're going to go to barefoot, and you have, and you just want your hair to look nice. All right, I need to figure out how to make this happen. And it was really fun, because it was just a organic process. I didn't have any benchmark. There was no product out there that I was looking at that I was like, I want to make a product like that. It was just came out of my own head. And I think that if somebody had presented something to me and be like, here, this product, you should make that, I wouldn't have done it. Because that wouldn't have been fun.
One of the things I really love about Ikuma is, one, your presence in the public. You've, as April said, marketed this product as something close to your heart, your own personal need, but also your community, using seaweed as one of the central ingredients in this product. Because we are familiar with your brand, I want to talk about some of the updates that has taken place since then. We also have April and we have Esther here. Esther and April have used Ikuma before, and I'm hoping that we're able to maybe do a quick demonstration, maybe with one of the products on April's hair, just to show you guys, our viewers, how effective this product really is.
It is, when Esther first tried a product, it was on set. It was my very first video ad in 2019 when I launched my website in August.
So you weren't sure how it was going to take to her hair type?
I was just so confident they were gonna love it. I just knew. I was like, these girls are gonna love this product, and I was like, here, I just need you to go spray your hair in the bathroom with some water. This is the cream, this is the gel, and all her, it was her and 3 other sisters of hers. They all have different hair textures, which is what I wanted to show in the ad, and it was incredible because instantly all of their hair looked great. So it was right there. That was one try, and it was beautiful.
It's better now.
Yeah. So we have 2 different curl patterns on 3 different curl patterns on set here with us. We have Esther with tighter, kinkier curls. You have looser weight. Actually, no, your hair is not loose. They're just so defined.
Yeah.
But April has wavier hair. Yeah. So would this product work with all curl types?
Yeah. So, right now with, when I started this product, I didn't know anything about curl hair products and like all the different hair types and all these
porosity.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that. Like, and over the years, as I've gone through making this product, I've learned that a really good product, if it's a really good product, you can make it work with different range of textures. There's a lot of marketing out there where we need a specific product for this type of hair and that, and it's good marketing. It's how we make money, right? But I realized that with Ikuma, it's about the technique. So for different textures, we just require a different technique and a different amount of product. How much water you put in your hair. So these are the things that I have just learned as I've gone along in the past 6 years talking with my customers.
Okay. Beautiful. Well, I don't think we've ever had an opportunity to demonstrate using your product on a host before. And we have April here, who has been dying to get her hands
Julie knows I'm a fan.
on one of your products. So could we do a demonstration this morning?
Yeah. And I wanted to, my hair, it took me 15 minutes to style my hair this morning. I shampooed, conditioned, 15 minutes, boom, because I'm going to go swimming after this, right? And I have to wash my hair, and I'll do it again tomorrow. I don't, I'm not there finger coiling, trying to make it. I mean, I could do sometimes.
It's too much. It's a lot of work.
So I'm telling you that because I'll just show you that we're just going to do this in a minute.
It does not take long.
It's not.
All right.
So let me, we can already see she has some definition to her curls, and what we just
you
want to.
washed it this morning, right?
I tried style. I did the spritz.
Did you put any product in your hair?
I use a leave-in conditioner.
Leave-in conditioner.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'll show you, we're just going to smooth the frizz a little bit. So we don't want her hair to be soaking wet. We just want to mist it with a little bit of water.
All right.
This is called a continuous spray mister. I didn't even know
these
existed
because I need this.
I found this on Amazon. I meet a lot of young girls. They're always like ahead of me. They're like, we have that. They're showing me the best thing.
Yeah.
Go on TikTok, and that's when I realized, like, well, okay, they know everything.
So you have several products here.
Yeah.
What are the difference between them?
When I started with Ikuma, I started with 1 scent formulation, and at the time I was really focused on using essential oils that I felt would be right for what I was trying to achieve with the results, not necessarily for scent. I wanted a good scent, but I also, everything in these products where, look, every ingredient has a purpose. There are no fillers, right? So the first product is made with 3 essential oils: lemongrass, orange, and ylang ylang. So it's a floral citrus scent.
Oh, that so good.
And then I met mothers who are like, I love your product. My kid, it works great in their hair, but they hate lemongrass. Can you do something else? Can you do something fruity? So then I was like, all right, we'll do mango grapefruit. How about that?
And Sabrina love mango.
The kids love the mango grapefruit. And then I just, even before I started Ikuma, I was really fascinated with guava leaves and what they do for hair and hair growth and the shine it gives hair. So I was like, I want to do something with guava leaves, and so that's how passion fruit guava came about.
Okay.
So this uses real guava leaf extract. I picked the guava leaves myself in Placencia.
Wow. So these here in the containers, those are what, smaller versions?
So no, they're 2 different products.
Okay.
So this is my curl nourishment cream. So I call it my anti-breakage and moisturizing cream. So what this does, it really softens the hair. It combines seaweed with different humectants and shea butter, and it just leaves the hair really soft, and then it primes the hair for definition if you want to take that next step and use the gel. But it also gives a little definition, and it also smooths frizz too. So the 2 products work harmoniously. Yes, they were designed to work together and for optimal results. If you're trying to go for definition and hold, I suggest using both. If you're just somebody who just wants your hair soft, you don't really care about definition, you don't mind a little frizz, you just kind of want to be
Yeah.
then I would just say, just take this.
You also have a serum here.
And I have a serum. So, as I've learned in the curly world, the curly girls, they love a strong cast. So a cast, usually we use synthetic ingredients and gels to create a cast. And what I found is that seaweed creates a natural cast. So we use a natural, I call it the seaweed biocast. So it creates a film around the hair that helps to give it structure and also repel humidity. So as the day goes along, it just naturally breaks with the humidity without disrupting the structure of the hair, and so you're able to control the frizz.
Okay.
And so yeah. So what we're gonna do for her hair, I think that all we need in April's hair right now is just a little bit of the Curl Nourishment Cream, which will just smooth the frizz at the top.
And
Quick
some
thing.
of those products are a little lighter and heavier, no?
Sorry?
Some of the products are a little lighter, heavier.
Yeah, so the gel is really light. So for somebody who's trying to elongate their curls a bit, the cream will help to give it just a little bit of weight, and then add the gel afterwards. But what everybody says with all the different textures is that their hair feels so light with these products. It's a very lightweight feel. Okay.
Let's
So I'm going
do
to take a
this.
little bit of the cream, and these products contain a lot less water than the products that we find on the shelves. A lot of imported hair products, they use a lot of water. I don't. It's very potent. So you add the water rather than I load a product with water.
And then you don't need a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're taking like this much. Rub it between the hands first before
I can
applying.
smell it. It smells so good.
And we're just going to smooth the frizz.
Really good.
Yeah.
I'm just going to scrunch it a little bit to try and not get to keep the shape of her curls.
A lot of
Okay,
the frizz
turn
just
around.
immediately left.
Right?
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
Lovely.
And this product is made with a seaweed called Euchematopsis isoformis.
So that's where the name came from?
Yep. Okay. So when I was brainstorming names, I kept coming back to the scientific name Euchema, but Japs Lowell Godfrey, who was a pioneer of seaweed farming in this country and started the first farm right here in our Placencia waters. I used to buy from him. He was the first person to sell me my few pounds of seaweed. And so when I would buy from Japs, he would say, Ikuma. I got some Ikuma, I'm going to go harvest some Ikuma. That's how he pronounced it in Creole, Ikuma. So when I would read the name, I would say Ikuma. And I kept coming back to that, and I was like, maybe we
That's
can
the
just
name?
celebrate the way we call this seaweed in Creole, Ikuma, and spell it phonetically. And so I was like, okay, it sounds like Ikooma, and that's how the name came
Wow.
about. So it's a way we can pay homage to our Creole heritage in the brand.
Well,
Now look.
there's definitely a beauul story.
Ta-da!
I love
Done.
it. Your hair looks really good, Abe.
All done.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we got to buy this one. This one is coming in.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining us. For persons who would like to get their hands on Ikuma products, how can they do so?
So you can visit ikuma.com. Right now it's just a landing page showing the different stores where you can buy the product. And but the website, we're working on the website, and I really want to thank Beltrade and the BEAT program. I was able to receive a grant of $20,000 this year.
Fantastic.
Wow,
Congratulations.
Thank you, to develop my product for export. And so part of that is developing my website. So we just did a professional shoot with Brata Belize, Kieran and Rebecca last week. And we have some beautiful photos and videos coming out showing how different textures apply to products. And it's going to be beautiful. I'm so excited.
I am so excited for you as well, Jolie. And Esther, thank you so much for joining us. We do have to take one final quick break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a moment.